This episode is being brought to you by Adele's Surf Spot, where you can treat yourself to fabulous milkshakes, good burgers, and Adele's famous fries. In her own words, you'll love them. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Tribunal of the Grid, where we talk about all things Power Rangers, including the actors that play them. My name is Brandon.
I am Lena.
I'm Will.
And today, y'all, I would normally say we don't have nothing to talk about, but we got a lot to talk about today, okay?
A lot.
Finally.
Oh, right, finally. I'm like, oh my gosh, are we ever going to have something to talk about? Yes, now we do. Y'all, oh my gosh. So this past weekend, we're recording actually on Sunday this time. Normally we record on Fridays, but I was like, let's just push this back a little bit. Because I was like, you know what? We need to talk about this Hasbro Con situation. So we're recording the day after Hasbro Con. And y'all, they really dropped a bomb on us. Like, they really just let us have it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they did.
I'm trying to tell y'all, just so much happened. Like, so much news, so much tea, the cast reveal. We're going to get all into it, y'all. We're going to get all into it. Now, just to let y'all know, the first part of this episode is going to be mainly just announcements like what is coming soon down the line with the Lightening Collection. And then we're going to be talking about the casting of the new Dino Fury Power Rangers season 28? Am I right? 28?
28,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. Dog, I'm good. Ha! Yes. Mm-hmm. Season 28. Because I was like, wait a minute, is it 28? Yes, it is. So yes, we're going to be talking about season 28, new casting, and we're going to be talking about the toys. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, y'all, they went ahead and they gave us some more Lightning Collection toys. A new Lightning Wave is coming, honey. Now, of course, this news was already, revealed by by No Pink Spandex, by Lisa J of No Pink Spandex. So that news was already out. However, they did talk about it on the show as well at Hasbro Pulse Con. So they unveiled with new pictures and everything, the green Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
Of course.
Tommy.
Were we surprised? Like, really?
No. We really weren't surprised. We weren't surprised. They released the Z-Putty.
Yeah.
And
I'm happy about that.
I love it.
We're not surprised. Like, I'm surprised they released the putty on its own without a partner or anything.
Right. And
well, I was gonna say I think a reason for that is what you're about to talk about.
Right. And also they released Dino Thunder Red Ranger Connor.
Right. We finally get someone from other than freaking Tommy. They're gonna release that one too. I know for a fact. But
yeah.
So releasing somebody from Dino Thunder. They don't get enough credit at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all think? So we looking at the figures, right? Like, we looking at the figures and everything, getting our wares, looking at them and getting our lives. What do y'all think? Because honey, I got some things to say, but I'm gonna let y'all give y'all thoughts.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm gonna start with Connor. I don't know. Okay, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I should be against this, but I don't know whose model they use. But that's not Connor. That is not Connor. I don't know who that is. I'm sure I probably will know who it is, and I'll find a picture and I'll insert this. I will post this on our story once I figure it out. But that's not Connor. He's wearing Connor's suit, and that's great. I'm here for that. Like, he's representing the Dino Thunder series that was poorly underrated. And the little staff, they got all the weapons out, so I'm cool with that. I'm not sure if there's any mistake that I can't see right now, but I feel like the helmet, the visor part, looks a little too squiggly for me. Has it always been that squiggly, or is that just extra squiggles?
No, that's right.
I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought it looked like that. Yeah.
Okay, no, I could be wrong because
right.
it's just been a really long time since I actually seen it. Tommy, I mean, moving on to Tommy again. I don't know which figure they use or which model they use. That doesn't even look like JDF.
You don't think? Wow.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
so.
I don't think so. He looks constipated though. Very constipated.
Oh my god.
I mean, they're dead on with the earring though. I like his suit. I like everything that they've done. And of course the Steve hoodie, that's a whole new different topic. Like that I don't know. It's not even necessary. That's my thoughts on it.
I was gonna say for Connor, I'm really excited to see that he has his staff weapon, and it's like the full size, because they usually don't do that with like the power lance for Billy. So that was a nice surprise. The face doesn't look that much like the actor, unfortunately.
No.
But whatever. Then Tommy, I was, of course, like a month ago, there were leaks of the Green Ranger. So the regular Green Ranger without the non-fighting spirit version. So it's nice to finally see this like a release for it. It was an interesting choice to have the sweatband around his head. That was an interesting choice. I like that they gave him the mullet, because we never had a mullet Tommy before.
Yes.
Oh, that was poor. Well, at least I couldn't have guessed. Sorry, didn't realize that was.
It's not straight. If he had the ponytail, it would have been slicked back.
Sure.
Well, now you notice it. So. The Z putty, that's really cool. I like the original putties, and even though the Z putty, like the way that they're disposed of is kind of silly, I just remember the first time that they debuted and just loving the way that they look. So I have a soft spot for the Z putties. So I'm excited that they released them.
Oh, okay. So for the hair, the reason why I didn't think it was a mullet, I thought they had it half back. Like, you know how when you have half back, you kind of have like that bump? Kind of like how, like, ironically, kind of like how I'm having my hair right now. I'm not sure if you can tell.
Interesting, because we've never seen Tommy's hair like that.
The audience can't see, but like I have my hair half up also. And from straight on, it looks like I have what you consider as a mullet.
Yes.
I can see that.
So maybe
if Tommy actually ever had his hair like that, I could see that.
I thought he did.
I've never seen his hair like that.
I thought he did at one point, didn't he?
Maybe after
in the second season when he was a White Ranger, he had it half up.
I only remember it out or in a ponytail, or the way that he wore it most to Zio at the end of season 3.
You don't? No,
he mainly, it would be kind of like pulled back, but it wouldn't be in the ponytail. It'd just be pulled back, kind of like like just to show, like, I guess the shaved sides he has, and it would just be kind of like pulled back, but it wouldn't be like in a high ponytail like yours. But it would be in a ponytail.
Not a high ponytail, but like imagine like the bum was out and it's like pulled back.
Yeah, I literally could only think of it maybe when he's sparring and his hair gets messy. I can't remember him just walking around like that.
I will have to find you all a picture. But we can move on from his hair.
Well, anywho, I personally think that for me, I really like Tommy this time, and like it was.
How dare
I really
you?
do. I can't. I know.
You're breaking
But
my
also
heart.
too, though, like the Green Ranger has a very soft. I have a very soft spot for the Green Ranger. I do. So for me, I was like, this is a pleasant surprise. I actually like this. Like, I actually like the Green Ranger figure. Now, am I caping for the helmet? Not so much. I don't know. It's just something about the way it looks for me. It looks really flat. I don't know what it is about his helmet, but it looks very flat. It doesn't look round. It kind of gives like a flat square vibe, which isn't the shape of the helmet at all. So I'm really not like too enthused for that. But other than that, I mean, I actually like it. I like the fact that they did give him the green bandana, not green bandana, but the green sweatband thing that he can tie around his head. I love that because that's like signature of like his first ever episode.
Yes.
Of him like fighting against Jason. Like that is like, what? Like they really trying to like really dig into the facts. So I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm actually kind of digging that.
Like that's something different from what they usually do.
It
They're
is
always
like,
damn pads.
yeah, because they'll do stuff that is always kind of weird. That's just kind of like, all right, girl. But this time it was just kind of like they really trying to go for something, and you could tell like it was like, oh, we're trying to really do something for you. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciated that. Connor, yeah, he has a chin like Jay Leno, and I am not here for it.
Right.
That's what he looks like. Yeah.
I was like, who is this man? Because this is not Connor. Like, I was like, what? Because he has a butt chin. I'm like, what is going on? What's happening? And Connor doesn't. From what I remember, he doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't
chin.
remember
So I was like,
that. Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I really wasn't feeling that too much. I know some people were kind of like getting a little bit upset over the silver outline of his visor when it's supposed to be white. That I wasn't. I mean, for people who are like really particular with accuracy, because they're, for some collectors, like accuracy is like the main goal. So I get that, but for me, it doesn't bother me. Like I don't really care about the silver lining around it. Because I was like, oh, it actually kind of looks kind of cool to me.
He could have no lining, like some other people.
Hello. There's that.
Real quick.
Half finished.
Real quick. Connor does have he has a chin dimple, but it doesn't look like that.
So he does have a chin dimple, but. This is a whole like
they just gave him a big ass chin.
Like he has like wow like damn, okay, yes, they did. They did give him literally a big ass chin because that's what it looks like.
Right.
That's what it looks like. I mean, I was just like, wow, like this is not okay, but okay. But yeah, like, and in the Z Putty, I really enjoyed the Z Putty. Like, I really like it. My only issue with it is its accessories. Like, I'm not here for the accessories. I'm just not. Like, I understand that they want to try to give everything lightning effects and all this stuff, but some things just don't need it. And I'm sorry, but the Z Putties don't need lightning effects. They don't. They just don't. Like, they never did anything that required them using powers or anything like that. Like, they didn't even spark when you hit them. Like, they just crumbled. If you hit them in the Z, they just crumbled and disappeared. So I'm like, they never sparked like at all. So I don't understand what is the need for this extra big blue little explosion thing. Like we don't need it.
I was thinking that was for the punching the Z effect, even though I think it was more of a gray color, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe
it was
they
like a
should have
gray
just
whitish light.
maybe they should have just made it that color instead, but that's what I thought that it was for.
It just feels useless. Like honestly, it just feels useless. Like most of the lightning effects, like they're useless. Like you don't need them. You know, it's just like why are you here? It's like, we don't need you. Like go away. So that was my main issue with the lightning effect. Not lightning effect, but like the figure. It was just like that, and just like the fireball hand. When did a Z Putty have a fireball?
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, when did they get first the whole lightning thing that you mentioned, and then the fireball? I'm like, when did they get that? I don't recall this.
Exactly. Like I'm just like what is this? Like we don't need this. We don't need it. Take it away. So yeah.
Do you think maybe they did it so that they could justify charging us the same price as a regular Power Ranger?
I'm sure. I'm sure that's the exact reason why. Because I mean, they didn't really have any extra weapons. They didn't really have any extra anything. They were just there, and they got defeated by crumbling. So it's like, well, I mean, they can't really, unless they made their parts able to be broken, like, like be able to like dislocate their joints.
Cool.
Like, so that you can like literally break them apart like the show. Like you can hit them and then break them apart.
Or like have a button that you press, like the Z, maybe like have it so you press the Z and they all break apart.
They all break apart.
Didn't they have a toy like that before, back in the day?
I don't know. But that would actually be really cool.
See, I would have been fine if they did that and took away everything else. Then I would have been like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I can live with this. I can live with you giving us a Z Putty along with the Lightning Collection line. That's cool. I can live with that because it coming apart is their definition of who they were. It was like the reason why we hit the Z or the Z. Sorry, we call it Z in Canada. We don't pronounce it Z.
Oh.
Yeah, so we pronounce it Z.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go. Now you know. So every year we see Z, it's because that's how we pronounce it in Canada.
So y'all say XYZ. So next on the list. So y'all, they redoing the retro line again.
They are ugly. I'm sorry.
Y'all. I mean, no. I mean, don't be sorry because you're right. But y'all.
I don't.
Yeah, they are ugly. I mean, like the original ones were ugly too.
They were, but at least they gave us all 5.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. That's weird.
Like you mean to tell me they couldn't give us Trini? Like,
or even Aisha?
What is going on?
If they don't want to Trini, even
that's when Aisha would finally get an action figure.
Well,
dead ass. I just realized he hasn't got one yet. Yeah,
I mean, like I like that they're a little bit more articulated than the original ones, but they're ugly.
Okay,
but their torso's so wide.
Like, who does Kimberly even look like? That's not even.
That's confusing because that does not look like Amy Jo at all.
Like Billy. Okay, Billy kind of looks like Billy, but not. He really does.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But like, I feel like he has more resemblance towards the real actor versus Kimberly. Kimberly does not look like Amy Jo at all. And Zach surprisingly decently does look a lot like Walter.
I don't agree. I think he looks a lot like the Lightning Collection head.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, I can see that. And even Austin St. John or like Jason's figure, he kind of looks like. Do you remember that one time someone was creating like 9 different characters of what the actor would be like if they were like in Disney, Daria.
Oh yeah.
He literally looks like one of those faces. Does he not?
I can still.
I can see that.
That's interesting. I can see Austin in it. That's the best likeness, I think.
Yeah, I could see Austin in it
For sure.
The Billy one looks sick. Like, he looks sick.
He looks like, oh, I really need to go to the bathroom.
Right?
And
I
then
really got to go.
and like we said, Kimberly, I don't know what who is that? I don't know who that's supposed to be. That is not Kimberly.
That's not Kimberly.
I don't know. I mean, the hair gives me circa 1993, but I mean, other than that, I don't know
Was
who
it
this
ever
person is in the face.
that short? It was that short.
It was.
This looks like a bob.
No, it was. Like, I mean, it was a little bit longer, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't really have it that long because the head got to flip.
Right.
But no, it was like that. It was kind of short in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Why? What if that's why they didn't do Trini, because her hair is so long?
Well, they could still do her hair and like have it shortened though, because remember, like that's what they did with the original
one was
flop
short.
head. Yeah, it was short.
Yeah.
So they could do it.
They could have given us Aisha with short hair.
They could do that too.
Because Aisha did have short hair with a high pony, right? So they could easily done her with a high pony. Remember when she first came and when she was like, yeah, she had a short hair, bangs, and she had a high pony. It's not like the hair, yeah, it's not like the hair was gonna move, so they can flip it still.
My whole thing is either way, like just them neglecting Trini again for like the umpteenth time is like, okay, we understand that if there's any kind of thing that's going to have like an initial wave, like if it's going to be in waves, we know Trini isn't going to make the first wave. Like I honestly believe now that they don't, and this is really sad to say, and I don't want to say it like this because I don't want to make it sound too harsh, but I really don't think they trust Trini is a moneymaker. So they just keep throwing her into waves after the initial wave that this group comes out in, because if you notice, like she was pretty much almost the last one for her original Lightning Collection figure. On some other figures, she never even got put out, period. Like they put out the other four, but they didn't put her out like at all.
That's actually really sad, considering the fact that she probably would be the only one that sells the most because everybody wants to buy because she's no longer around.
Right.
That's what I was thinking, because the ones that the Lightning Collection figures, they sold out. But is it because they made so little of them?
It could be because they made so little, because they never obviously specify. And wasn't it like a pre-order situation too? So they had to, they were able to gauge how many to even launch.
Well, that was the thing, because like remember when they did the pre-orders or whatever, like it was sold out instantly. Like you had to have been there like ready to go, because if you would have waited like couple of days or whatever, you wasn't gonna get Trini the first time around.
Like I did.
Right,
like real. So it was like, I honestly believe that they just don't trust that Trini would sell. I honestly believe that's what it is.
But that's,
and they just want to just throw her with everybody else, with Tommy. You say what?
So, but doesn't that? But the fact that with the pre-order, she sold it the first time, they had to put on a second wave. So shouldn't that like prove to them that Trini will sell?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
I would think that too. But obviously, they just keep throwing her in the background. I'm like, I don't understand. What would be the reason as to why that they just would not? Wouldn't include her. I can't think of anything else.
That's crazy.
Like, because it just doesn't make sense. Because if you think of any line that they've done, they always put out the same colors all the time. Red, you can always count on red and pink.
Yeah.
You can always count on those two, and maybe interchangeable black and blue. Or you might get them both. But you will never see Trini in that first line. You will never see her. And for the life of me, I'm just like, I don't know why. Yeah,
I saw somebody mention that basically exactly what you said. It seems like yellow just doesn't sell. I don't know if he was talking about with the original crew or or like the Rangers in general, like some of the recent sales. I guess it would be the originals. But yeah, it seems like yellow isn't a good seller for whatever reason. And that puzzles me. I guess are we going by the sales of the legacy collection? Because I remember seeing a lot of Mighty Morphin yellows that were left over.
Could be. You have a point. They could be going by, the legacy. But my whole thing is also too, I could see if they were going by legacy the first time around with the Lightning Collection figure of Trini. I could see that. I could see them doing that just to kind of like gauge it, to kind of be like, let's see how this will work. You know what I'm saying? But with this, well, not even with that, honestly, to be truthfully honest with you, because they've done a whole lot of toys with just red, blue, and pink already, and they didn't even like throw out Trini like at all yet. Like she's not even like a thought at this point. So it's like I'm still trying to figure out, is it just that those characters are more popular and they're just like, oh, we're just trying to throw out the more popular characters? Because if that's the case, I don't see how they would do that when, and this is going to sound very morbid, but with the fact that Twee is no longer here, like, it's almost kind of like her worth went up. So, like, people want her because she's no longer here.
That's something that happens, though, with figures. Not when I say figures, I mean like actual like people. When they die, it seems like people care more.
Right.
So yeah, I don't get it.
So I'm like, if in my head, I'm thinking, if that's the case, you would definitely, if she's not going to be in the first line, you would still want to make a figure for her because of the fact that she's no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And of course, people are still going to buy it for that exact reason. So I'm just like, I don't understand why she still hasn't had figures that other people have gotten, but she still hasn't gotten yet. It puzzles me. The whole aspect of just Trini not receiving the same love that everybody else is getting. It's really weird to me. I don't know.
And
I don't know. It's really weird.
That, but like we can already see by the fact that now again, I don't say this to get hate, but ever since she's been gone, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Trini's my favorite Yellow Ranger," and we have all had discussions on this. We don't understand how. As a person, we respect her, but she wasn't the greatest Ranger. She had nothing to do. But yet, she's still everyone's favorite Yellow Ranger. So I'm very shook that they haven't figured that part out yet, and that they don't realize that she's worth quite a bit more than they're giving her credits for.
Well, also, too, here's the thing. When it comes to nostalgia, everybody's going to, especially with the fact that she's no longer here. Like, when it comes to nostalgia, that's just what it's going to be. That's just what it is. Like, if she was a part of the original crew, like the very first one where it's like, yo, I remember them, coming from school in 1993, like, oh, I remember them. Like, the one that they're going to gravitate to first and foremost is always going to be her. Despite the fact that us hardcore fans who've been watching it and we've analyzed it and we've seen the shows hundreds of times, we know this. But with us analyzing it and understanding from our now broad point of view, that our point of view isn't going to trump the golden age of nostalgia. That's just not going to happen.
Not at all.
So, it's just that idea of, I remember this person because I used to sit in front of the TV with my schmacks and milk, you know what I'm saying? and watch Power Rangers until Animaniacs came on, and then finish the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is their, in their head, that is their nostalgia. So you really can't take that away from them. And I'm not trying to, but at the same time, like you said, like her character as a whole didn't have as much to do as everybody else. Honestly, she was treated with the bare minimum of respect as everybody else. So it was just kind of like, in that aspect, I can kind of probably see them being like, maybe we shouldn't give her too much because she doesn't have the same like popularity as like say a Kimberly. Like she's not on that kind of level where it's like every little girl wanted to be the Pink Ranger. Like everybody was like, oh, pink, 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 pink. But you know, Yellow was just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, she's cool too. You know, it was just kind of like that idea. So I'm not really sure if that's what they're counting in, but definitely I do think that there's a market for Trini. I really do. And I just don't think they're utilizing it at all, to be truthfully honest. I just don't. I think they're just putting all their eggs in the Jason, Kimberly, and Billy basket. And, you know, Zach every now and then. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Trini is like dead last. You know, and it's sad. It's really sad because I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of those figures, I'm like, I want a Trini figure, in like, you know, in this version of the toy. I want a version of Trini like this, but you know, they're not going to make it. So you know, it is what it is. But moving right along, we have the next figure, which is the monsters. King Spinks and Pumpkin Wrapper. What the heck? I was not expecting.
I'm actually not surprised that they're doing this because for one, it's close to Halloween, and two,
true.
Apparently the pumpkin was a really popular popular villain. So I'm not sure that they're doing this. When they did it, I was actually kind of happy that they did. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm totally happy that they did the monsters, but I was just like, I'm shocked that they're actually doing monsters now because it's like about time.
Right.
You know, like about time we get some monsters.
I feel like I heard in advance, that they were doing monsters. Like I heard something about King Sphinx and the Pumpkin Wrapper, but I can't remember where. So this was just like to see them unveiled was just like the confirmation, but I feel like I heard something about this before.
Either way, I'm gagged, to be truthfully honest. I'm really gagged.
They usually don't. I feel like monsters don't really sell that well, and that's why we don't see them as often. So this is it is a pleasant surprise. I know for me, my my personal favorite and the one that I remember so well is Pudgy Pig.
Yes, I'm surprised they didn't do Pudgy. I was gonna bring that up too. I'm surprised they didn't do Pudgy Pig because like that was always brought up, constantly always brought up. So I'm really shocked that they're not doing him. He would have been better than the King. What's his name again?
King Sphinx.
Yes, he would have been better than King Sphinx. I feel like he would have been a better choice to go with the Pumpkin Wrapper because they're both fit perfectly into the whole Halloween theme. And I'm actually really excited for the Pumpkin Wrapper. Like I actually really want him.
And also, Pudgy Pig is iconic too because he's been in the comics. He's been, Pudgy Pig.
That episode, oh my god, excuse me, the food fight episode, I just feel like it's kind of an iconic Power Rangers episode. I remember wearing out my cassette tape of that back in the day.
Wow,
but or not cassette, VHS. VHS, yes. But I was gonna say something else about that. Pudgy Pig. Oh no, King Sphinx. I'm surprised that they didn't do more with that character just because of how they used him in the all of the ads. Like leading up to Power Rangers, leading up to the first season. He was in all those toy commercials. I was so surprised that we didn't see more of him. He was only around in one episode. Yeah, one episode.
Literally one episode.
What episode was he in? Could you remind me? Maybe the audience as well.
It was
was it the pressing engagement one?
It was pressing engagement. Yep.
That was the episode where Jason was going for a weightlifting record, and it was him. I feel like some of the team was separated. It was him,
Zach,
and Kimberly. Yeah, I don't know where Billy and Trini were. But like it was those three against him, and Squat had he was video recording the fight, and then Zach went up in the stands and socked him in the face.
That will always crack me up. I was like, "This is what we love to see. This is what we love to see."
He's just sitting there.
He just jumped right up and just punched him dead in the face, and I'm like, "See, this is what we love. This is what we love." Zach was like, "Why are you even here?" Bop! Like,
Well,
get out of here,
right?
I love it. That was a cool little episode. But nah, and on that episode, King Spinks ended up sending Kimberly and Zach back when he was like blowing his wings at him. Yes. He sent them back to the juice bar.
Juice bar. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, and you're right. Like he was used a lot in the promotional items. Anything promotional. He was also in the coloring book a lot.
I was about to say that. Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like King Spinks, they probably had a little more for him, or they probably wanted to do more with him, or maybe he was just a cool looking monster that they just wanted to take advantage of. That's exactly what I was
about to say. Yeah. He had a really cool design.
He had a cool design, and they were like, "Oh, let's just use the crap out of him." So that's probably what it was. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I honestly think that they should have used Pudgy Pig because I feel like he's a lot more iconic than King Spinks. But
so much so that they brought him back in the first season.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, Pudgy Pig was like the shit. Like everybody loved Pudgy Pig. So it's like, come on now, show the pig some love. Show him some love. But yeah, like maybe they might, but
I think so.
Yeah, and then of course, Pumpkin Rapper with his little sweet rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Giving us the, I would like honestly, I used to hate it so bad, even as a kid, when they would play like little hip hop beat over when he's rapping. I'm like, please stop doing this. Like, this is so
It was
corny.
embarrassing. Oh my God.
I was so embarrassed as a kid. Like, it was funny, but at the same time, it was so embarrassing. Like, it was so cringy. I was like, ooh, as a kid.
Real quick, what was worse, Pumpkin Rapper or the Hate Master? Whose rhymes?
Ooh. I have to go with Hate Master.
Worse?
Hate Master for sure, for being worse. Yes. Mm-hmm. Hate Master for sure. Because I was just like, and then it had to be an Aisha episode too. You had to rap with the black girl, for real. Come on now. You ain't had, they know what they be doing. Just like, yeah, we gonna make sure that this monster is rapping to the girl with the Singalese twist. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Terrible, Your Honor. But I don't know. Like I really like it. I love the fact that they are giving us these toys, the toy monsters, and hopefully they sell so they can keep giving us more. Because I definitely want a Pudgy Pig, because that one I will get for sure. I will get that one for sure.
Will you stuff the weapons down his mouth?
Yes. I would.
Absolutely.
That was the first thing I thought of. Yeah.
It's the Pumpkin Master. So I can shove the Pumpkin Master down his throat.
Absolutely. Okay, Lena. Wow.
Well, I was thinking more like because he's a pumpkin, right? He likes to eat.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So what, you gonna behead him and just shove him down the Pudgy Pig's throat or something?
Absolutely.
Wow. Thanks, Lena.
It's American Horror Story featuring Power Rangers.
Wow.
All right. Well, next we're moving into the Lightning Versus pack. Now, the first on the list is Sky and the other SPD Blue Ranger, the B Squad one.
Yeah.
Honey, listen.
That was a surprise.
That's a surprise. I was not expecting that at all. Because we know about the other one. We kind of knew about the other one in advance. But this one, I was like, what? We got Sky. We got an A squad versus B squad up in this. Up in this, like for real,
right? I'm sad that they didn't give him a head though.
Yeah, I was just
Like,
thinking that.
That's the only thing I'm sad about because like even Astronema had a proper face. I mean, Andros, he even has a proper face.
Yeah, he has a face. Mm-hmm.
He has a face.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sky does have a face. Never mind, he does have a face.
I thought you were talking about the A squad.
Yeah, because A squad had a face too.
Yeah,
well, he had a face, but they didn't give it to him. But he has.
Oh, he did.
Like he was. Yeah, he was kind of like a little bug. He was like a bug.
Right. Are you talking about like they were going to give him one, or you just mean he had one that we saw?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he had one that we saw, but they just didn't give it to him. They didn't give it to him.
Yeah, that is what confused me because, like, why would you not when we saw his face?
Exactly. Like, I would have loved to have seen the bug alien face for him, because like that is like such a that's such a gem, like to have that head for him, because they were unmasked, like they were in civilian form before they became the A Squad Power Rangers. So it's like that would have been kind of cool to kind of give them that little that extra oomph, that extra nod. But hey, it is what it is. But I really like these figures. Like I really think they look really good. As far as from what I can see with the Sky face, it looks like it might be decent, but I can't really tell because it's so far away.
It doesn't look like him in my opinion, but it does look relatively decent.
Yeah, it looks decent. Yeah. It doesn't look like him, but it does look decent.
Andros looks like him.
Yeah, Andros does look like him.
He doesn't really look like him. It's just his hair. His hair really looks like his hair, but not his face.
The face is. I can see that around the eyes. Like it doesn't look like him around the eyes, but everything else, like they got the cheekbones down perfectly.
They do.
Like they got that down. His
little like peaky nose.
Yeah, like they got that stuff down perfect, but it's like around the eyes that they messed up. But
yeah, Astronema, it's also pretty good, but they made her eyes look too evil. Like,
you think so?
Is that possible when she's the queen of evil?
No. Like the way they did it, it's like it almost blends it with. You know what it looks like? Okay, here's the best description. It looks like she didn't properly contour her nose. Like she didn't blend it out. So it looks like the contour of her nose blended in with her eyes, giving her that extra evil like glare, which is fine, but it just looks like she didn't contour her nose properly. Like she didn't blend it out.
Hey, maybe she was in a rush that day. And she was, she was like, I got to hurry up and, fight these space rangers. And was like, honey, I ain't got time to blend this nose in. We just gonna have to make it work.
But the picture that they use as reference is pretty dead on. But I do see why though. Because the photo they use as reference, in the photo itself, because of the shadow, it does look like she didn't properly blend in her side nose. But in the photo, so in the real figure, it actually reflects that.
True. So basically, they're just like, we're just trying to copy this picture, but didn't realize that the lighting was what was like.
Yeah, it was slightly off because you can see it.
Lighting, yeah.
And we know what photo they used too, so it's definitely the lighting that gave her that. That like you guys know what I'm talking about, right? When you try to make your nose look smaller, you put the dark on the side, so that's what that looks like there.
For us makeup artists out here.
Not a real makeup artist, but watch way too many YouTube videos on makeup though.
I mean, I thought you was gonna say RuPaul's Drag Race, because I was about to say, yeah, that's where I get all my tips from.
Well, I mostly watch like Becky does her makeup, like Becky G. I love the way she does her makeup.
Oh yeah, her makeup be fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But my thing is though, so they're giving us this 2-pack with Andros and Astronema, right? So are we gonna get a separate one of Astronema so that we can give her some new wigs? Because honey,
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Listen, I'm a fan of the purple. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of the purple, but we gotta switch out like Lil Kim did on Crush on You now. We got to do it. We gotta have her with the blonde one, the red one. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta give it to her.
I have an idea. Oh my God. Okay, do you guys remember those Barbie dolls that was only from the shoulder and up, and they're like huge? They're like bigger than a regular sized doll.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the ones that? Yeah.
What if they made her into one of those dolls? Obviously, like, you know, close to real life figure, and we can switch up her hair and give her hairstyles. Oh, I would buy that.
Listen, high key, I would totally buy that, but of course,
I think you two are the only ones that will buy it.
First of all, what you won't do, what you will not do, is try to come for us, because there's a market. There's a market for that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole market for that.
We can spray her hair. We can put beads in her hair. Oh my God.
Okay.
The things we can do with Astronomer's hair. Like, you know how much hair she already has? She has like, literally, I swear, if we can see her wardrobe right now, I bet you she has an entire like closet full of different hair. Like
she probably had hairstyles that we didn't get to see her use on the show.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Like, this will be a perfect opportunity to utilize that. Don't you dare come for us like this.
I'm thinking about the Dolly Parton here. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. What if she did actually have like a Marie Antoinette, Dolly Parton giving us a old curly nice bump? Ooh.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
I am so here for it.
I always liked the black one that she had when she switched bodies with Ashley. I like that one.
I like that one too. That one was good. That one was good.
But of course, the purple one is the one that they referenced in the Legacy War or Legacy Battle episode, like whatever. What is it called? Legendary Battle?
Legendary War.
Yeah.
War. Okay.
Yeah, or it could be Legendary Battle. Listen, it was that. It was that. I know what you're talking about.
I'm here for it. Like that. That's what they should give us. Hasbro, give us one of those doll heads. We would buy it.
Yeah, they should do a pack of heads with the different wigs on them.
I've been saying that the whole time. Like, they need to go ahead and give us a whole wig pack, like just different wigs.
Yeah,
like the somebody had a mock-up of a Lightning Collection wig collection, and it had like 7 wigs in it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I
love it.
You would buy
that.
It.
Is what we need.
That's
Hasbro, if you are listening, give us the wig expansion pack. We need it.
We need it.
We need it, and we need it now.
Yep.
We got Astronomer. Give us the wig expansion pack.
Yep.
We need it.
And give us the different look she's got too. We need outfits, guys.
Hello. Because
Astronomer's a whole line within herself, okay? Forget the whole collection line. They need to make an Astronomer line. That's it.
I'm saying, give her the flight suit, the outfit that she wore on the date with Zayn.
Yes.
Almost date, but when she met him in the little park area or whatever, in her human form, give her that little outfit.
Yeah.
Like, give us all the things, and even give her the red hair that she had before she got caught.
Yes.
And then give her the face, and then just like beat her face white, because you know they had gave her way too much powder when they had turned her into a cyborg.
Oh my God.
And then
they wanted to make her lifeless. Yeah.
Okay.
That freaked me out when I was little. That freaked me out, that how pale she was and then the darkness under her eyes.
Yo, that slow turn when Andros and Zayn found her, and she turned around and she was like, "I'm Astronomer." And she just had this like dead look on her face. It's like, yo, this is some crazy shit. But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm telling you, like, she can do the whole oh my God, this is so random, but I can totally see her in an episode of American Horror Story where she does that exact same look.
That'd be
Yes.
hilarious.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Speaking of giving looks, so this metallic armor cat though,
Yes.
That
y'all,
was such a pleasant surprise.
y'all, when I tell y'all, I was literally screaming at the computer when I was watching. I was literally screaming. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was literally like, I want to order this now. Like, I want it now. Like, oh my God. Cat, first of all, I was not a fan of the metallic armor. I just wasn't. Like, I always thought that those suits looked terrible, Your Honor. They look really, really terrible. However, like, the way they did it is just so, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know whether this is
I think that they made it make more sense than they did with the legacy line. Because the legacy line, it seemed like they just put those out to cash in on the MMPR thing. But they came with like the original weapons and stuff, which is kind of inaccurate, and that's like that's like the only problem I have with this figure is that when they had the metallic armor, they had the ninja coins, and those did not have the weapons.
Those didn't have the weapons.
Yeah, but I feel like when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, so they're doing what the legacy line did with the sparkly suits. And then I saw Cat's face. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna make it make sense. Okay.
Listen, the weapon did not bother me because I was just so excited to see Cat. And her face actually looks good. I was like, it actually looks good.
It looks so good.
So I like her face. For me, now it may not look like Cat all the way, but I like it.
Okay. Yes, on her profile, it looks like Cat, but straight up, it looks like somebody else.
Yeah,
that's weird. How does it look like her from the side but not from the front?
Maybe the angles. I don't know, but it could be the camera angles. But yeah,
that was exciting to see Catherine finally getting a figure. But it's like I feel like when I saw this, like she seems like she's the first one of like that second generation of Mighty Morphins to get a figure. And I saw someone theorize that maybe this is the way that we'll get the Stone Canyon trio.
Probably. I can see that. Because I've seen that theory too. And that's probably what's going to end up happening. We're probably just going to get them as metallic armor versions instead. Which, I mean, hey, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at it, to be honest. I wouldn't be mad because, I mean, we could still take the heads off and put them onto the, the original body. So, it'll still work. But, I'm just wondering how they going to give us Aisha, though. Because her hair was all the way down to her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna give us all those singlese twists all the way down there?
I mean, I would think that would be easy because it's not like it's the flip figure.
This is true.
And that would be it would be so inaccurate if she had her real hair with that look. And they've been pretty accurate. Like everybody doesn't look like themselves, but they've been pretty accurate with like hairstyles. So
right, that's true. I don't know. It could work, but the gag though with this figure though, they included the Zeo crystal, bro. They included the Zeo crystal.
I was wondering what the hell that was. I was like, is that like an arrowhead? And then I looked closely and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I guess they have an idea of I'm assuming they have an idea where they're going to do the rest of them, and they're going to include the Zeo crystals with them. And then this is also going to be our way of getting our second version of Billy without the glasses.
Right. And then more than likely, that one's probably going to be a better looking one than, giving us Sophia from the Golden Girls.
Right.
We probably going to have an actual accurate Billy. So I'm here for it. But I mean, listen, y'all, I'm excited. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm just so excited for this figure. Just the way that she looks, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited, y'all. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited. The only thing is, I have to say is, you say she's metallic. Whenever I don't see her as being metallic, I see her more being like glittery.
That's what the metallic armor was. It was never actually like metal or anything. It was just glitter.
Yeah, they were the glitter force for like a couple episodes.
Okay.
And like another thing that I've noticed too, and was they darkened them. So I guess that was kind of like to add to the metallic look, was that they wanted to darken their colors a little bit. That's why this pink is so dark, instead of like the loud, vivacious pink that Kimberly has. It's a little bit darker, and they kind of added in the little glitter.
Yeah.
The little glitter underneath the coat.
Yo.
But yeah, I mean, it's very show accurate. It's very show accurate.
So this is totally okay, not off topic, but I'm just looking at the Hasbro Pulse Instagram right now, and Raj says, "I love it. Awaiting my Delphine, leader of the Alien Rangers action figure!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
That's not coming for a while.
Do you think they're gonna make the Alien Ranger figures?
Not right. Nah. I mean, they will. I think they will.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that they'll be coming anytime soon. Like, I probably think they'll probably come in like a wave like 11 or like a wave 12 or something. But I don't think they'll come like right now. Because, I mean, to be truthfully, well, I'll probably say even further back than that, because probably like even later wave, because, I mean, to be truthfully honest, the reason why I say that is because they weren't, even though they were a part of like the early years, most people don't really remember the Alien Rangers like that. Like, I mean, us hardcore fans do, but most people are like, they go straight from Mighty Morphin to Zeo. Like, they remember that, but a lot of people don't really talk about the Alien Rangers like that. And when they do, they talk about them in such disregard that it's just kind of like, who are those guys? Like,
I would think that they're probably, when and if they make them, it'll be another 5-pack. I can't see them. I can't see them selling well as solo releases.
Same.
And now the fact that they do the 5-packs, it makes it seem like it'll be more possible to get more Rangers. Because at some point I was thinking like they're probably not going to do a majority of Ranger teams because of the solo releases. But then when they started doing the 5-packs and the 2-packs, it's like, okay, maybe we'll be able to get more.
I can see that. And like you said, they might just do the 5-pack of, of like the Alien Rangers. And plus, the thing about that is that, and not trying to be funny, but they all had the same face. So it'll be so easy to just make generic heads, give them a little bit of, differentiality. And,
like one's black and one's
one's black. You have, one is a woman, one's black, and you have these other 3 white men. Like, it's quite easy. So it's just like, that sounds terrible. But, it's the truth. It'll be quite easy for them to make. So, I mean, I could totally see that happening. I can see that being a very easy 5-pack for them. But But to be truthfully honest, I don't really necessarily think that they're going to come out anytime soon because they just weren't. The Alien Rangers just weren't a thing. Like, to be honest, they just really weren't.
Yeah, I still don't. I still don't get why people consider that season why that's considered a season and not just a part of season 3. That kind of bothers me. They even separated on Netflix.
They do. They separated on Netflix, which I don't understand why. I'm like, this is not
same damn season.
It's the same season. Like, it's just a part of season 3.
It had a different opening, but still, that's.
I was gonna say that's probably why they separated it.
Yeah, they also.
Now that I think about it,
when you sell the DVDs, well, when I used to buy the DVDs, obviously you don't need to anymore. But when you buy DVDs, it's also separated too. And I think on iTunes, it's also separated.
I remember that. Okay. Yeah. If it's separated on Netflix, I would think it's separated everywhere else.
But it was separated before Netflix had
on
it.
On the DVD.
Yeah, like it was separated.
I remember when that came out. I used to sell DVDs, so I remember when that came out, and I worked at a store that sold.
I was about to say, you was a bootlegger? I was about to say, Dad, Will, you was a bootlegger. Okay. How much for that Tyler Perry movie? And you got somebody catching the Holy Spirit in the background. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord, hallelujah. Hallelujah. All during the movie. Somebody getting up, walking in front of the screen. Oh my God. But y'all, like, speaking of Zeo, y'all, a part of the retro line, they also came out with another Zeo Megazord. Now, first of all, this Zeo Megazord, that thing look big.
You think so?
It looks bigger than like what a regular Toy Zord would be. Not like a regular Toy Zord, not like the one that you can combine. But it does look like it's a pretty nice sized toy.
I thought that I assumed that it was going to be one of the smaller ones.
It looks pretty big.
Maybe the same size as the new Megazord that they have. The new original Megazord that they have, where they sell, I think Tyrannosaurus is by itself, and then it's Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-tooth tiger separately.
Right.
I was thinking it would be like that size. But you think it's bigger than that?
I think it'll probably be like either that size or a little bit bigger. Because I mean, just by looking at looking at how it looks in the box and looking at the box, like it looks pretty big. Like it doesn't look like an average figure, an average size figure. It doesn't look like that. It does look like it could probably be a nice little size. So I'm actually kind of excited for it.
And this is one of the ones that was leaked as well, right?
Yes. This is one of the ones that was leaked. Because the one thing obviously that they messed up was the females' helmets. They messed up the girls. The battle helmets look terrible for the girls. Especially Tanya's. I don't know what they were thinking. With this, I was like, this is not Tanya's helmet. What are y'all thinking? This is not her battle helmet, but okay.
And of course I can't. Why are her eyes so little?
That's what I'm saying. It looks terrible. I was like, oh my gosh.
I have no feels for the Megazord. I don't know. When I seen it, I thought it was interesting. But then my thought was, does it come apart? Or are we just moving?
No.
Oh.
No, it doesn't come apart.
Oh. Then I don't like it.
That's how I feel about Megazords too.
No, I don't like it. I would rather they gave us a Megazord that allow us to transform it into the original Megazord. You know, like, did they ever release anything like that before? Or am I going crazy? Like, Did they ever release a Megazord before where we were able to collectively take apart all the parts and then collectively put them all together again to create our own Megazord? Not obviously to create our own, but like to create how they did it on the show.
Yeah, that was
Did they?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just mentioned that one. There's a version of the original Megazord where you get the Zords separately. They'll have two like was like Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-tooth Tiger, and then the Tyrannosaurus is by itself. That is, is that a part of the retro line? I guess.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
It's
believe
retro.
that is a
Since
part
it's
of the retro.
retro, so
Yeah,
that
that would be.
makes me think it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I wish. I mean, the Megazord looks nice, but it doesn't look that big though. It looks like it's slightly bigger than the Lightning toys. Does it
That's what
specify?
I was thinking.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
don't
a
think
little
it
bit big. I
does.
think it's bigger than that. I think it's bigger
Yeah.
than that. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do think it's bigger than that.
I don't think I don't see it being bigger than than those like regular dolls that like have those blinky eyes when you put it when you put it down it closes his eye and when you pick it back up again it opens his eye. I feel like it's the size of those dolls. Like a Raggedy
Like a
Ann
baby doll?
Yeah, like a Raggedy Ann doll or like
That's kind of large.
That's way too
that's
big.
large. Oh.
Yeah. Because it's the actual size of a real baby.
Oh. That's what I would want it. I mean, that's the sizing I would hope for it to be. It looks.
I mean, I was thinking it was probably like the size of like a what you call that thing? Kind of like not the. It's kind of like almost the size of like a Megazord that you could like build, like that you could actually get like in the big box that has all the Zords together.
Oh, like the huge one, like the dollhouse size.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
quite, not
Yes,
quite as big
yes.
as them, but
The
almost.
one for the
Yeah,
babies, right?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
yeah, like that's what I was thinking that they were going to be like close to that size because
See,
it does kind of look like they kind of look like that.
right? So my
I'm
Raggedy Ann
just
doll sizing isn't so far off.
right. I'm so jealous of those kids that got those play school. They weren't play school, but oh god, the toddler ones that are like really big. I would have loved that when I was 3 or 4. It's not fair.
It's
Forget
not
3 or
fair.
4. We would like that now.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Like, let's be honest here. We would
Hello.
want that now. 3 or 4.
I'm just saying.
Right? No appreciation for it. We probably wouldn't even care that it was there. But now, yeah, we want that now. With the adult version.
And I had this weird fascination with like putting the small rangers inside of the Megazord, and you couldn't really do that. Like you could do that with the Thunder Megazord, but now you can actually do that because the little rangers come with the Zords now. So that's that would have been so cool.
That would have been so cool. Oh my god!
Like I used to put, if I had the little playset Rangers and I would put them inside of a Zord, or I would get like little jelly beans and put them in there.
Wow.
That was the same color. I would do that with my Shogun Zords.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
I'm not judging, but I'm judging.
I was 5.
Oh my god!
Well, that was all for the toy news. But we're not done. We're not done. Oh no. Because there was some more announcements that came up. So during the Beast Morphers panel, where the cast of Beast Morphers was with Andre the Black Nerd. So there was Devon, played by Rory Travis. We had Zoe, played by Jacqueline Siskowski. I know I just totally botched that up, but it's okay. Love her anyway. Jazz Badawalia, Ravi, and they had Colby Kobe Strong, Blaze, and Liana Ramirez, Roxy, and also Abraham Rodriguez, who plays Nate. Now, all of them were there, but Ben and Betty was not. But they made a special appearance. And, kind of like basically told everybody, like, oh, we couldn't be here, unfortunately, and all that good stuff. But they did ask some questions to the cast and stuff. It was really cute. So with that being said, they also did like a cute little blooper reel, as they normally would, when the cast comes together. It was very cute. But then after, everybody thought it was over. Andre kind of led it to believe that, the show was over. It was just like, oh, well, they're going to go ahead and go on their merry way. But then, oh, no. It wasn't over, because the trailer for Power Rangers Dino Fury came up right after.
65 million years ago, an ancient force brought the power of the Morphin Grid to planet Earth. Now, the forces of evil have come to claim that power, and a group of heroes must rise up to meet this challenge. It's Morphin time! Power Rangers Dino Fury.
Okay, that trailer was bomb. That trailer was so, oh my gosh. So, first of all, did y'all catch the beginning of this trailer? When they were like, 65 million years ago, Force brought the Morphin Grid to planet Earth. So I'm like, excuse me? So you mean to tell me that in Earth Prime, because not Dino Charge Earth, but Earth Prime, somebody who I think is Zordon came to Earth with the Morphin Grid and put it in Earth?
That would be an insane way to bring Zordon back, a creative way to bring Zordon back without retconning his death.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't really be Zordon unless you mean like that kind of
like if they did like flashbacks.
Yeah, like a flashback thing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or maybe that's our way to bring back Alpha again.
I thought do that too. It could do that, yeah.
They could actually do that. They could do that.
Right? Or like that.
Oh yeah, what if Alpha's not dead? Yeah.
Right? Well, Alpha can't be dead. Alpha
5 is dead. Alpha 5 is dead.
I still think that Alpha 7 is Alpha 5.
Alpha 5 is dead, okay? His
behind
got blown up.
No! Stop ruining
He got blew up.
I refuse to believe he died.
You seen him with his little cassette back, lying in the middle of the planet. His floppy disk back, He is gone. He is dead, honey.
Actually, he was way before our time. He had a whole CD, okay? It wasn't even
okay.
It wasn't even a floppy disk, okay? It wasn't square. Like, he was like well ahead of his time. I will give him that much. See? Oh my gosh! What if that was a clue? He was from the early 2000s, the whole CD era.
Oh my god! Wow, Lena. Anyway, but no, like for real, like when I thought of that though, I was like, wait a minute, this is very interesting. The fact that like they're really trying to tie in, like that's the way they're going to tie in the Morphin Grid, because I kind of had a feeling, and I don't know if I said this before, but I kind of had a feeling that the Morphin Grid going forward was going to be a Power Rangers thing.
Yeah.
It was definitely gonna be a Power Rangers thing, because it was so heavy in Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
Yes.
That I just kind of felt like it's now become a plot point. So I don't believe that now all of a sudden they're just gonna just drop this plot point now. Like the Morphin Grid has now become what the Force is to Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, they're gonna keep.
They can open if they do this right, they can open way more portals and bring way more Rangers back, or have some kind of relations, between the
right.
two.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I kind of feel like that's what they're trying to do because every team was connected to the morphing grid in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
So it's like that would be very interesting to do.
What
know?
if what they're really trying to do is bring Lord Dragon into this universe?
I was thinking that, honestly. Like, I actually was thinking that because, I mean, that would be a really cool way to segue the comics into the show. That would
Right?
be a very cool way because I really kind of feel like that's happening. Like, that feels like a thing.
Right? Like the way they were doing it, I'm like, yo, like especially now that you're explaining it too. And oh my God. But yeah, sorry, go on.
No, like that was it. Like I'm just really excited for this trailer. And I mean, I'm like, even if they don't bring Laura Dragon back, still it's like the villain who, like that villain, the villain that is coming is after the morphing grid again.
Right.
It's like, okay, we've already had Evox being after the morphing grid. And now, you have this new villain who is after the morphing grid now. So, it could be anybody, but it would be really cool if they did bring Lord Dragon into this because, I mean, hell, it's dinosaurs.
It's true. And I did notice, and I'm sure all of us did, they really try to emphasize Mighty Morphin empowering the Dino Charge at the very end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
So I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I thought that trailer was really well done.
it was.
It was just like, wow. And hopefully we get more on the story soon. But let's go ahead and get into this cast though.
Yeah.
So Russell Curry is playing the Red Ranger, Zato. Thoughts?
That name is interesting. I wonder if it's an alien name.
I think it's an alien name too. It sounds so alien.
And I was real quick. I was also thinking, if like some of the stuff we're talking about was Zordon, like if he brought the Morphin Grid to Earth, what if somehow we get to see Eltar finally? Oh, what if he's from Eltar? That'd be cool.
Well, that's very interesting though, because if he's an alien, that would be an interesting backstory. I'm more focused on the actual actors themselves versus like the characters they're gonna play. I guess because I don't have any backstory on the characters yet, other than just the name. That I'm just excited that he is literally our first mix. Is he mixed, Brandon? What is he?
Yeah. So apparently he's Black and Asian. He's Blasian.
Yes.
And yeah, he is older than me. I'm like, oh snap!
That's such a surprise. Like he looks really young.
He looks young,
really young.
Mind you, though, all three of us are
like
young.
Yeah. Well, it's good that he has Asian and Black genes, so I guess that's why.
Well, it's our first.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It's our first mixed, like our first mixed like Ranger. I'm so excited. I mean, we never had an Asian Red Ranger, but I'll take this. Whatever. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for him. I'm so excited to see what they're gonna do. And I think what I'm really more excited to is the fact that we actually have someone that is older than we are, so we're not looking sideways.
Yeah.
I don't want to say look down because that's obviously not I know that's not what we're saying. But like,
it's weird seeing like somebody born in 2000 as a Power Ranger. What the hell?
That's what I mean. Like, I remember in the year 2000, we were like worried about Y2K, like like the end of the world. And now these kids are now grown and legal in Canada. I'm not sure about the States yet, but they're legal to like.
Yeah, they're legal here too.
Oh, okay.
They'll be 20 here.
No, because
that's crazy.
What I'm saying, like for us, you can buy smokes and play lottery at the age of 19 here, and you can buy alcohol, right? But I know we can drink at the age.
Oh yeah, they can't drink here yet. But that's still so strange to think that those kids are 20 years old now.
Well, that's what I mean, right? Like they're legal age in Canada to do whatever the heck they want. So I'm really excited that he's older than we are. So we have like an actual role model that we can I guess, look up to again. Because, you know? And then for the younger ones, I mean, we look sideways to them, you know? We look sideways to them. I would never say look down because that's not a very positive term to say. But yeah, so I'm very, very excited for him as the Red Ranger. So excited.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And I mean, like, and I don't know about the ages for the rest of them, but I just found that very interesting. And also, too, he and the next Pink Ranger, who is Hunter Dino, who plays Amelia. They're both SAG members. So I'm like, that is going to be very interesting that we have SAG actors on the show.
So do you think that means that the show is going SAG since they have more than one as a series regular?
Well, they should. They should be SAG because, well, they would have to be because SAG actors under the union, they have to meet certain criteria and certain mandates. So it wouldn't make sense for them to have a non-union show but have those actors on there because first of all, they'll be penalized. And secondly, the show themselves will also be penalized because if they try to make them work too many hours, they'll get screwed. They'll be met with a whole lot of fines. So yeah, they would have, and also they'll have to, pay those actors like double time. And I mean, I don't know about Hasbro, but in the days of Saban, they cheap. So they wasn't trying to pay nobody no overtime. So,
well, in some cases, they weren't trying to pay people at all.
Exactly. So for them, for the show itself to be union, it's like, okay, like they have to really, step the game up. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I mean, I also posted up a reel of Miss Dino doing her little martial arts moves, and she kicks butt.
She does.
The girl kicks butt.
She's my hero already.
Right? Like she's giving us, she's giving us some 1-2s, honey. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I'm excited for Miss Hunter. She's gonna be something. And lastly, they introduced Kai Moya as Ali, the Blue Ranger. So
I'm surprised by the name. It's
his name is like Kailanu. So I believe he's Hawaiian.
No, that's what I'm talking about his.
his not his real name.
His
character name. His real name. No, like his
character name.
Yeah.
That made me think of Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow. That's his nickname, Ollie.
Yeah, like it makes me think like it's such a okay. I'm just gonna say it's such a white boy name.
I mean, a lot of their characters' names aren't like race specific. Except for like the occasional Devon. Well, his name is Devin, which I mean,
which is also very white.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not, and
I guess like a Red Ranger with a different with a unique name. So you figured that they would be a little bit more. I mean, let's be honest here. This is 2020. Like we can't give these characters like race specific names. I mean, it doesn't have to be like hella stereotypical, like don't name an Indian guy Raj. Like, it doesn't have to be like race specific, but I don't know, I guess like I'm just
they kind of did.
Like
Ravi's name is very that's South Asian.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that.
Specific.
Right. I was gonna say I think that one of the last racist specific names that I can remember was Aisha. Oh,
Tanya.
That can be that name.
Yeah, that could be like, but yeah, no. I guess I'm just looking for more.
How many non-black people named Tanya?
Tanya Harding.
Really?
That's really that came to my mind.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong, but come on now. Tanya is very black. Like that is a very black name.
I'm not gonna lie. All the Tanyas I know have always been white.
I know a lot of black Tanyas. Maybe that's because I'm from the South. But all the Tanyas I know are black. They are black.
Well, I'm sorry. We're trying to burst your bubble, but Tanya is a very white name too.
Nah. You can't fight me on that. And what about TJ? Theodore Jarvis?
That's a very white name.
More so the J Jarvis part. J Jarvis Johnson part. The fact that he had all those names.
Okay. Black.
That's white.
No, it's not all them names.
Well, the Theodore part.
Theodore could be
Theodore,
like,
yes.
remember, Theodore,
everything else, no.
Okay, hold up.
What if his name was
Theodore is not even like in my okay. Whenever I hear Theodore, I think of Alvin the Chipmunk. Theodore.
Oh God, yeah.
That's a white little chipmunk, okay?
Or Theo from the Cosby Show.
Who was
Okay,
black.
okay, fine. I'll give you guys that. But he's still Theo the chipmunk in my mind, okay?
Or Theodore Roosevelt, who is also white. But that's not the point. The point is, I know I'm hurting my argument. But when you add all those names to it, like J. Jarvis Johnson into the mix, then it's like this boy got two different middle names. Like this is not you can tell off the bat, this ain't no white kid. Like this is the black kid, definitely. Damon. Well, Matt Damon. No, but that's his last name though. So no. So yeah, same with him, Damon. I mean, they had some race specific names. They kind of did. They kind of did.
I mean, to be frank, I'm actually fine with having race specific name. I just know there's gonna be people out there that will fight us on it. I'm actually perfectly fine with that. I'm like, fine with that.
I'm totally fine that they have like. That they will give us race non-specific names, because that's totally fine, because Megaforce, that's all it was. Yeah. Because you could tell the Megaforce cast was super diverse, but how Emma is a whole mixed Asian girl, but her name is Emma Goodall.
Yeah.
Really? Like, I mean, stuff like that. That's fine. Like, we could do, race non-specific names. It's totally okay. But, that's why the name Ali didn't really, it didn't bother me. But I was more so thinking of his real name, because I was like, that's really actually kind of cool. And I want to call him by his real name, not like by his short name, because like his real name is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, his real name is really cool. And you're right, I do think he's Hawaiian also. That was my first initial thought when I browsed through his Insta. I'm like, I feel like he's Hawaiian. I got the Hawaiian phase from him, right? But so yeah, like I'm very I'm very interested to see this Ollie character and what his full name. Actually, I'm interested to see what all their full names would be. That would be very interesting too. And I wonder if we're gonna see parents again this year or this season.
Right.
Last season was parents galore.
Right.
Parents galore. And I totally mispronounced his real name. It's Kai Nalu. I agree. Like, hopefully they do give us a whole lot of parents, because I want to see some more black parents on this show. I want to see more.
Oh my God! What if his parents are Adam and Tanya?
Yo. When I tell you, I would literally scream.
They did mention Mighty Morphin.
Mm-hmm.
I would scream. I would lose my mind.
Yo.
I'm like, oh my God. Love it.
Yeah.
But yes, so like, honestly, y'all, what do y'all think of this cast so far? Because like, I know like I did have some people DM me, to try to come for my neck. Because they was like, because like I was like, we don't know what their roles are gonna be, and I was like, I wasn't sure who was gonna be playing who, and so I didn't give any of the Rangers specific colors. I just said I was just giving my opinion on them, but some people came for my neck and was like, oh, see, you was wrong. Because Russell was the Red Ranger. And I'm like, well, Dad, you ain't got to come for me like that. I mean...
Well, what happened? How did you get into this conversation?
You said what?
What happened? How did you get into this conversation with these people?
No, they just DM'd me.
Oh.
They just DM'd me and was like, "You were wrong," and I was like, "Yeah, I know, I was wrong."
Right, because he was not. Brandon was not giving those rumors, that much
Right.
validity.
I wasn't.
Oh
I
no, he
wasn't.
wasn't.
And look, it ended. It looks like it ended up being accurate this time.
Right,
Pretty
and I think that honestly, the way that people were putting them out like that, like putting the colors with the actors, they might be correct. Because I mean, to be truthfully honest, there's 2 girls here.
Yes.
So either that girl might end up being a side character, or she might actually be our Green Ranger.
Which would be pretty awesome.
Cool.
Or she might be black.
That would be really crazy.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
She'd be
that would be cool.
Our semi-second. Well, she would be our semi, but she would be the first black official Power Ranger. And obviously we had Christina as our black Hyperforce Ranger.
Right. Okay.
You always forget this, Will.
Yeah, the Megaforce Hyperforce, excuse me.
Hyperforce.
I don't I haven't watched
I wish they came back with season 2. Honestly, I really used to love watching them. Every Tuesday night, they would go live, and I'm sitting there with my popcorn, watching it all go down.
I just want, hopefully, when they give us the brand new, the rest of the cast, and they show us their colors and who they're playing, I'm hoping that they also give us some stills of these people. Hopefully give us a little promo shot or something. Because I love myself a good promo shot. I do. I love myself a good promo shot. So, and also too, I want to know what their names are going to be, because honestly, just by looking at the names of these characters, it does kind of seem like Zato is probably going to be an alien. I think he's probably going to be an alien, and he's probably going to be a slapstick alien too, because the actor himself is a comedic actor. He's very if you look at his reel, he's very comedic. So I do believe that he's probably going to have some comedy to his,
I don't think he's going to be an alien, though. I don't think he is. You
don't think he is?
No, my gut's telling me he's not going to be an alien. I feel like, how do I say his name? Zato?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it could also be a nickname.
A nickname?
Sometimes you get stuck with a name, and that's what people call you, but that's not really even your real name.
Mm-hmm.
One of the names, right? I don't know. I get that feeling. I don't know. I mean, you could be right. He could be an alien, but my gut's telling me he's not going to be an alien.
I mean, he could be just a regular human being with the name Zato. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe
we'll find out soon enough.
Right. This is true.
This is true. This is true.
I'm so excited for this season, guys. I have such good feelings for this. I don't know.
I do too.
I'm really looking forward to the rest of the casting to see if the leaks were
correct.
100% correct.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I if it was actually correct. Yo, these fans, they'd be like that document from Netflix, Don't Fuck with Cats.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. If this is true, these alien, wow. These internet,
wow.
internet. I don't want to call them nerds because that's not the correct term for them. These internet savvy people, man, they're really good. Really good. I would never guess in a bajillion years how they match up those colors either.
Right. I mean, I guess they might really have some sort of an inside.
Well, then whoever leaks better not be caught, because that's a major sabotaging moment too.
Right.
Whoever leaked better not be caught. That's all I'm saying. But you're right. If it was leaked, then that's huge. But if it wasn't, then these internet savvy Power Ranger fans, fuck, they're good.
They are. Now, I will say this though, before we end this episode, I do want to say this because you brought up something that that I find very interesting, which is internet savviness. Now, of course, we know the cast of Dino Fury are in quarantine right now in New Zealand. Apparently, some internet savvy fan posted their location where they're staying at on Twitter.
No.
Now, listen, when it comes to, figuring out what the next Lightning Collection figure is going to be, great. When it comes to finding out who the next cast members are going to be, because we're all excited, great.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like those kind of leaks are great. But invasion of privacy, though, that's something totally different. Like, you're literally putting these people in danger.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because there are people out there that could easily be like, oh, I find, heaven forbid, there could be someone out there who's like, oh, I find that Hunter very attractive. And you know what I'm saying? Could easily, go to her spot and be waiting on her. You know what I'm saying? Like that, that's the kind of danger y'all putting people in. That's not cool.
And then they wonder why most of the female actresses from the Power Rangers world don't want to do conventions.
Exactly. Like you can't do creepy stuff like that and then get mad at the actresses when they don't want to show up. Like you can't do that. Like you can't have it both ways. Like that was not. Like that was so far out of just like not even cool territory.
No,
like you just don't do that.
Not at all. Like obviously the person who put this out there is not thinking, because like you said, it's completely it's an invasion of privacy. You're potentially putting these people's lives and well-being at risk because. Like it's one thing to leak the, the cast members, who they are, but where they're staying, like that's not okay.
But the thing is not even that they're not even thinking, guys. Like
I don't think they care, honestly.
No, but that's the thing. There's even other people online that I've seen was fighting on the fact that, well, like why are certain people are being so uptight about it? Like,
I saw that. That pissed me off.
That pissed me so much. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? No one's being upset about it. It's just invasion of privacy. Would you like it if someone follows you to your home?
Exactly. Like you're just waiting. Like, would you like it if somebody is waiting? Somebody's waiting on you in the lobby of your building. Like, hey, I want to get an autograph. That's not okay.
No,
that is not okay. That's just not okay. It's certain things where it's like, okay, if you see this person on the street or something, that's one thing. And if you decide, talk to them or something like that, that's okay. But to be waiting on them in the lobby, like, hey, can I get your autograph? You're being a stalker. Not even a borderline stalker. I was say borderline, but no, you're being a stalker and you're being creepy at that point.
And then the other thing is, what I really dislike when I hear the fandom say this, well, you owed us, we made you, or like, oh, that's their job. I'm sorry, but when you go to work and you clocked out and your boss or your coworker asks you to help them with something else, do you not get annoyed because you've already clocked out?
Okay.
It's the same thing with them. Like when they're not, I don't know, I just feel like when they're on their own time, that's their own time. That's not your time to invade them. That's not your time to bother them, disturb them. They don't owe you jack all. And that's what pisses me off. They don't owe anybody anything. It's not their job to entertain your creepy ass. I'm sorry, it's not.
Like, you're right though. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's like people really do feel like we have, because they're now public figures, because they're actors, we completely have all ownership of these people. And we need to realize that, we do not own these people. Just because we like their work and we're a fan of their work and we support their work, we don't own them. We don't own their careers. We don't own them. And it's not okay to be putting stuff out like that because, like we said, there are people out there who are dangerous, who are crazy, who will, do creepy stuff and make these people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And, or you to try to harm them. Like, that's not okay. And that's one of the number one main reasons why a lot of actresses, especially actresses, will not do cons. Because it's like people like y'all doing stupid, creepy stuff. Like, it's not okay.
No.
And I feel like also, too, just the world of just the internet in general, and I keep saying this all the time, but the world in general, when it comes to the internet and stuff, we just get to a point where we feel like, oh, if I put this out there, like, oh, first of all, I'm doing something by posting this. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else has this information. So, oh, I'm doing something big by posting something like this out, which, first of all, you should not do. But, oh, I'm doing something by doing this. So it's like that whole self-gratification thing. And then the next thing is like, oh, nobody's going to care. People care because people want their privacy.
Yeah.
That's just not okay. So, for those people, sharing that information and stuff, please delete it. Like, delete all that information, delete the posts, delete the retweets. Don't share that information because it's not okay. And we don't want to get those people, put those people in any harm's way or anything like that, or try to, jeopardize their livelihoods or their health and safety. Okay? That has been another episode of Tribunal of the Grid. My name is Brandon.
I am Lena.
I'm Will.
And we will talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P A Q R S T U V W. Oh,
Jesus!
Shit, I fucked up. Listen. I ain't so no. Like, I've been out of school. Don't judge me. Anywho.
Brennan, you're freezing. If you can hear me, you're freezing.
I hear you.
Okay, that's so weird. Like, the moment you started singing the ABC song, you got cut out completely, like a robot.
Ooh, well, you can go ahead and cut that out completely.
Yeah, so weird. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we pronounce that. That was so weird. Did you hear it, Will?
Yo, I was thinking like that's what you get for doing the whole thing.
Well, bitch, fuck you too.
I'd expect you to do the whole damn song.
Maybe we will keep that.
Well, fuck you too then. Shit. Woo, sorry. Oh my gosh. Anywho.
You ain't wrong.
Alpha.